Welcome everyone to the latest and greatest Dominaria United Premier Draft on Magic the Gathering Arena, starring yours truly, Robot Rallis. I really hope that you are in the mood to watch some pretty cool draft content. Let's change this view a little bit and take a look at some cards. Unfortunately, the only card in the pack that's even remotely first pickable is Heirloom Battle Hymn. It is a fine card, but it is just efficient removal. So we will take it, and we'll be looking at the fact that there's a lot of good green in this pack, and some good black in this pack. And, I guess Destroy Evil. Jaya's Fire Nado, sometimes tables. So we'll just take this. If you enjoy content like this, please feel free to give me a like, maybe a subscription. There wasn't a lot of blue there, so we could take the Frost Fist Strider, or we can take the Molten Tributary. We don't really need the kicker on the Heirloom Battle Hymn to make it good, that just makes it better. This card is very powerful. Definitely can get your opponent dead in a blue-red tempo deck, but we're not guaranteed to be blue-red, and we're not guaranteed to be tempo. What other cards in the pack really jump out to me? Sprouting Goblin? That is a good one. Just a 2/2 that has value in the late game. We just passed up some black cards, not really looking to get into black. If we take this, one of these is going to be taken. I don't even know how many of those there are. We're just going to take the Sprouting Goblin, stay on color. Now we have a Flowstone Kavu, a Smash to Dust, which is not very good, and a Phyrexian Missionary. Phyrexian Missionary is definitely good. There weren't that many white cards in either one of those packs, but there's an Urborg Repossession and an Eerie Soul Tender. These are very good. Especially the Repossession. It might just be the Flowstone Kavu. This card is good if you're on the aggro plan, and we seem to at least have the start of an aggro plan so far, although it's better in black-red. I think we just take the Phyrexian Missionary and try and make it work. We have a Coalition Warbrute, some green cards that are very nice, like all four of these are definitely playable cards. The Bite Down especially is what we'd be looking for here, and then a Wooded Ridgeline. I think the Coalition Warbrute is not really that much better, like, staying the red than the Bite Down, so we'll take the Bite Down. Queen All in All. We could be green-white, maybe splash some black. There's also a Haunted Mire, which will enable us to either play the green-white plan with the splash for the Phyrexian Missionary. There's also a Jaya's Fire Nado. And even though this is a pretty medium spell, it is a removal spell. Also a Deathbloom Gardener. I think I'm on the Gardener here. I think we just have to accept that maybe green is coming around to us. This pack will definitely let us know for sure whether or not we're on the right track, because red-green is definitely a good color combo. We just have to know if that's what we're doing. The Weatherseed Treaty is actually not bad. It does just enough for you to be not unhappy with it, but just barely. So it's like Search the Wilderness, but it also doesn't have to be kicked to get you the 1/1. So I'm going to take it. Geothermal Bog's the only other thing that comes close. Flowstone Kavu and Keldon Strike Team, they're fine, but I'll just take this. Now we have a Snare Spinner. 1/1 I'm not going to play. Couple of 2-drops I'm not really playing. Goblin Picker actually might be the play here. But it's looking like we're veering towards Domain. If we're just straight up red-green, I will regret passing up on the Picker. Otherwise, the Nail is going to be pretty great. So we'll take the Nail and see if we can make that work. I have a new mic, so the quality is going to be hopefully better on this video. there's a Sojourner, but there's also a Battlefly Swarm and some red stuff. I think we're supposed to take the Warbrute instead of the Sojourner here. Now we can take a Sunlit Marsh, which is not really what we're looking for, or a Snare Spinner. If we are on the straight up red-green aggro plan, the Llanowar Stalker is better. I've been a little bit disappointed with the Snare Spinner. I think we're pretty far away from Destroy Evil. We're definitely not on the Shield Wall Sentinel. I don't feel like I'm going to be punished for passing up the Snare Spinner, so I'm not going to worry about it. Scout the Wilderness, Furious Bellow, Molten Tributary. I think at this point we just take the Furious Bellow. Looks like we're in the green-red aggro deck. We did some waffling, but like, we're definitely still in a place where we could be that deck. Kind of reading the signals a little slower than I'd like the Sprouting Goblin, pretty good. Very happy to see that one. And we have a Flowstone Kavu. I like that a lot more than a Llanowar Stalker. Flowstone Kavu at least keeps its value in the late game, since it can pump up to 4 power. Now we're going to take a on-color land. I think we definitely are in the right colors now. Haunted Mire on the splash, possibly. And a Gaia's Might. We'll play a Gaia's Might. That's a combat trick. So there's a Yavimaya Iconoclast, Hexbane Tortoise, Magnagoth Sentry, and Electrostatic Infantry. So if we put one counter on this with a combat trick, it becomes a 2/3 plus whatever we've cast. There's also an Iconoclast, which is always a 3/2, and can get... the kicker can be incredible. So I think we'll take that and try and get back the Electrostatic Infantry. Unlikely to occur, but it is possible. Now we have another Warbrute, but we also have a Rootwalla and a Tail Swipe. So we're just going to take the Tail Swipe. There is a Maria's Outrider, but there's also a Lightning Strike. I don't think there's a world where either of these cards come back, but I think we're going to take the Lightning Strike here and be pretty happy with it so far. I'm generally just happy with the way things are looking. I haven't played specifically the red-green aggro deck at all. Oh wow, and now we get the Red Defiler. It's pretty good. Only thing otherwise is like Bog Badger, or try to figure out a way to play the Tori on the splash. Yeah, we'll play the 4/4 First Strike for 4 mana. Feeling definitely good about where we are. We have a Bite Down, a Tail Swipe, some good combat tricks, some solid creatures. We're just looking to bring up our creature count with some quality beef. At this point, the Weatherseed Treaty might be a bit slow. Deathbloom Gardener's definitely slow. The Viashino is fine. There's a Maria's Outrider, an Elfheim Worm, and a Molten Monstrosity. For some reason, people don't like the Molten Monstrosity. I like it a lot. And I think in our deck specifically, it will just be better than Elfheim Worm. Cost only has to go down by 3, and I don't think that's going to be a major problem. But I'm just going to take the Maria's Outrider. Now we have a bunch of red-white cards. We'll just play a Steel Crusher. Steel Crusher's pretty good. The fact that it has Enlist is actually very nice. It attacks up pretty well. Means you don't have to throw your big dorky creatures into random nonsense. You can just make this trade with anything. So when I evaluated Enlist for the first time, I thought that Enlist on a 2 toughness creature was bad, but it turns out it's actually not that bad. It looked like it would just make your random 2/2s still just trade for anything with 2 toughness, but there are going to be points in games where your opponent doesn't have 2 power creatures to block with, and then this is just going to trade with their random 4-drop, while not letting your other creature die, and that's pretty powerful. So I will admit that I was wrong. Ravaz is a trap, it just doesn't do anything. Colossal Growth is it's a trick we would play, but I think we're more interested in just a playable too. Now we're definitely more beefy than we were before. We can't really kick that right now. It's Jaya's Fire Nado otherwise. I think I will take the Fire Nado. Hexbane Tortoise as a playable 3. Yeah, we'll take the Tortoise. It's fine. Hard to remove, bare minimum. We're not playing any of these cards, are we? This just seems like it's not good. They get hit for 4 in the air, but we don't really have any artifacts. Yeah, we'll just take that and take it out of circulation, I guess. Coalition Warroot coming back's pretty good. Enthrall to the Pit, we will definitely play an Act of Treason effect. We're not playing either of these. We'll put this in the sideboard. Furious Bellow, that might actually make the deck. Flowstone Infusion is solid. Bog Badger's playable. Goblin Picker is fine. We do need more beef. What we need the most is creatures. And Bog Badger is a creature. We do have a way to kick it in the late game, maybe. We have some stuff. Have some removal spells, have some early game aggression. We have to be ready to mulligan pretty heavily, and we're definitely looking for another Wooded Ridgeline. We definitely have enough playables now. Flowstone Kavu. Yeah, not really much else in the pack, just not a good pack. We'll take a Flowstone Kavu. For creatures at 3, we have 2 Flowstones, the Hexbane Tortoise, the Bog Badger, and a potential Yavimaya Iconoclast. Looking to replace some of these non-creatures with creatures. We can't really play a 12-creature green-red aggro deck and expect to get there. Viashino Branchwalker, is that going to make it? It's either a 4 or a 1 that gets better in the late game. Only other option is Herloon Battle Hymn, but I think we just have enough removal. We're kind of looking to cut cards, not put more in. Are we looking at 4? A little congested, but not super. Maybe it's just this. Punish people for playing greedy stuff. Weatherseed Treaty, another Yocha Declares War, and a Bite Down, and a Yavimaya Steel Crusher. Can we just play another Bite Down, or do we have to take the Crusher? I think we have to take the Crusher here. Just have a critical mass of 2s. Things to do. Definitely going to take the Wooded Ridgeline. Just have better mana. A little unfortunate that we have to take some of these lands over spells sometimes. And I think we do play out the Haunted Mire. Weatherseed Treaty seems like it's sideboard material. Maybe not, but I don't think it is really good in this deck. What else was sideboard material? Nothing. All looks good. Gaia's might be a bit bad. Just a +2/+2. Magnagoth Sentry or Enthrall to the Pit. We're just going to take the Sentry, I believe. Been pretty impressed with Sentry overall. Now we have another Wooded Ridgeline or a Flowstone Kavu. I think with the 2 Wooded Ridgelines we don't have to worry so much. I'll just take the additional creature, go up to a 16 creature deck, not have to cut any creatures at all. Lightning Strike comes to us? That's very surprising. We don't even need combat tricks now, we just have removal. Goblin Picker or Flowstone Infusion. I don't think the Flowstone Infusion does it. I think we're just going to take a Goblin Picker now. Llanowar Stalker? Are we a Llanowar Stalker deck now? I don't think so. I'm just not convinced that that card's good. We'll just take this and put it in the sideboard. Just rare draft. We're not doing sideboard stuff. I guess there's a chance we want to do this, but it's unlikely. Colossal Growth? Wow. We certainly have a lot of cuts to make, and we definitely went into the right color combination. We didn't get any of the, like, hallmark uncommons that would make this deck much better, but what we did get was just generally a good deck. So I think if we have the Colossal Growth, we don't really want the Gaia's Might. We're going to keep the Tail Swipe. I think we keep at least one Furious Bellow. Maybe it is just better than Colossal Growth. Maybe. I think it actually is. One Bite Down. 2 Lightning Strikes. Balloon Battle Him. Jaya's Firenado. We need to get rid of 4 cards here. We have how many lands? Oh, we can definitely play 16. Question is, what are we getting rid of? 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10. 1 mountain. 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Play a 9, 9, 16 land deck. Feels pretty good. With the Haunted Mire for specifically the Maria's Outrider as well as the Bog Badger. Not really worried about kicking the Heirloom Battle Hymn. We have the Sprouting Goblin kick naturally. Yavimaya Iconoclast kick naturally. Slight skew towards red mana, but I don't think we want to cut the green source. Maybe we do want to cut a green source instead. Yeah, we'll go down one of those and up one of these. It's 10, 10-8. 10-8's not the worst. Now what? Yeah. Now what? We need 3 cuts. Enthrall to the Pit I think is a good top-end card. I don't want to cut any creatures, but it looks like we're going to have to. Is Viashino Branch Rider really worth it? Maybe not. Maybe it's just not. Furious Bellow, how many tricks do we have? We have what, 17 creatures, 9 non-creatures? 1 creature, 1 non-creature? Maybe the one we cut is one of the Steel Crushers or the Goblin Picker. Cut 1 Steel Crusher and... So we have Jaya's Firenado, Enthrall to the Pit, Heirloom Battle Hymn, 2 Furious Bellow, Tail Swipe, 2 Lightning Strike, and Bite Down. All of our non-creature spells are really good. I guess it might be just 1 Furious Bellow. Yeah, we'll try it like this. Pretty tough. Don't really like cutting cards from the deck like that, but sometimes it's just what you gotta do. Okay, we have a playable 2 and some 3s. We're gonna keep it. I'd like to kick the Sprouting Goblin, but I'm more interested in just playing on curve. Okay, our opponent has one of the complicated names. Good for them. Okay, we're just gonna play out the Gobbo for regular value, pass turn. What you got? Don't know. Did they not draw a land or something? What's happening? Nothing. Okay, I think we are just going to play out... Ooh, and we drew the black land for the Bog Badger. It's pretty cool. We'll just attack first and see what's happening. Yeah. Attack for 2, play out a... do the Hexbane Tortoise or the Flowstone Kavu? Guess we'll play out the Kavu. Has a guaranteed chance of getting in next turn. Unless they keep up mana for a kill. Sure, that's fine with me. Will they block the Sprouting Goblin if we attack? I don't know. I think we just play out the Haunted Mire and play a Hexbane Tortoise after attacking. Yeah, seems like the best course of action. Combat, attack there. Next turn we can kick the Bog Badger, give everything Menace, Menace, and they have to line up some pretty devastating blocks. They might just have a spell for the Kavu here though. Are they playing green-white artifacts? One top, one bottom. Do they have the spell? Runic Shot? They do not. Ooh, Coalition Warbrood's pretty good. But I think we can just safely Bog Badger it up. Ooh, we can also get there with the Flowstone Kavu if they want to try and double block. If they do double block, it's actually just good for me, so we'll see what happens. We don't actually have to Lightning Strike or anything. We'll do this for 1. Play out the Warbrood post-combat. Next turn, if we draw a land, we can Badger it up as well as Lightning Strike. Otherwise, we're just gonna probably Badger. Or maybe just Lightning Strike, I don't know. We'll see. They're at 13. They have 4 cards in hand. We have a Badger. Sooner or later they will have to do something. They only have 5 mana. It seems like they might be a bit starved. Have a lot of things they want to do, but only enough mana for one of them. Oh, this is a bite down. Okay. Understandable. Yeah, that was not great for me, admittedly. We'll kick it. Kick it. Kick it. Kick it. Next turn we can start doing Sprouting Goblin things. Go to combat. Just going to attack and enlist the Sprouting Goblin. What? Oh, I see, I see. It's what? Can I not enlist here? What's happening? Undeclare? Oh, this is attack. Okay, come on. Undeclare. Enlist. What is happening? Whatever, we're just gonna attack all. Okay. Attack. Attack. Kill one of these. Let them do what they please. I'm tired of playing with it. We'll just go. Guess we should have done this pre-combat because if they have a pump spell, they kind of blow us out. Clearly they have something. God knows what. Cleaving Skyrider. Deal 3 to something. No, they don't. They didn't kick it. So they can block one thing. What you got? Hexbane Tortoise? Okay. Yeah, we're going to kill the automatic librarian. They go to 8. Unfortunately, that wasn't the best situation for us. Maybe we should have just let them block first and tried to blow them out that way. Or we should have killed something pre-combat. But I got kind of frustrated not being able to get enlist to work. Because, I don't know, the UI just doesn't seem to want to do things. Okay, so it doesn't work the same way it does on Moto. That's an instant, so we can just attack here. Attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Enlist. Okay, do what you will. So we can Heirloom battle him the Barkweave Crusher and kill both of them. Or we can just kill the Cleaving Skyrider and keep all of our stuff. This makes it to where they don't have Bite as a potential play. Now there are 3 facing down 2 creatures, one of which gives me card advantage. They only have... okay, they have 6 lands now, but still looks like 2 spells in hand. Czar, that's fine. Steel Crusher's not bad, but it's not really good, is it? Do we kick, or do we just... yeah, I think we do. Nah, we're just gonna go do the thing. And this has trample, so they actually take a damage in the trade. Unless they have a pump spell. They don't have a pump spell. Play this, and we have a Goblin Sprouter. Little Sprouty boy to get us some card advantage. We have another Lightning Strike in the deck. Despite our misplay earlier, we might just take the victory anyway. Enthrall to the pit. Yeah? Alright, well they see the writing on the wall. They didn't have a card to do anything with. Looks like the last card in their hand was not a playable. That's how it goes. You either die the control deck or live long enough to see yourself become the aggro. Weatherlight completed, huh? I'm not really sure that turning an entire ship into a living, breathing machine is a very good plan. It seems pretty bad resource-wise, but you know what? I'm not gonna question like the rationale of those guys. They seem like they've got everything on lock. Hello, opponent. What you got for me? A Llanowar Stalker. Okay. We're just gonna play out our old friend Yavimaya Steel Crusher. And then hope to draw exactly an untapped land next turn for the Iconoclast. Yeah, no blocks, buddy. You can get in with that thing as much as you like. What? Nothing? That's kind of surprising. Yeah, we'll go to combat. Attack, please. Looks like they have something to do. Either way, we're just going to play this guy out. Next turn we have the Iconoclast, or perhaps Bite Down if we need it. I like our aggro plan a lot more than theirs. Hexbane Tortoise is fine with me. No blocks. We draw that, which is fine. Our plan is as follows. Play the Iconoclast, give it +1/+1 in haste, see if they decide to block, or we can just do a Sprouting Goblin. I think we attack both and just Sprouting Goblin. Okay. Yes, please. We'll just go get, let's see, we have double red, double green. Just get another green, I guess. Green is good. Now we can bite this if we want to. Barkweave Crusher's fine with me. They're gonna do some more attacking. No blocks, fine by me. Heirloom Battle him? Yeah, I could see that going well for us. We can kill that thing. And where does that leave us? We can enlist the help of the Iconoclast if we kick. We can also cast a Magnagoth Sentry and not do anything else. Yeah, I think the Iconoclast kick plan is the best one we've got. Okay. Plus, 4 plus, yeah, let's do that. We're gonna go to combat. Enlist this. Attack. Do that. Submit. If they want to trade there, that's fine with me. We will bite down. Target this. Target this. Trade 2 for 2, but I'm trading up pretty good. Still have 2 removal spells in my hand. And a Goblin Picker and a Sprouting Goblin. So any additional lands we draw are purely ceremonial, if you will. Really? I don't know about this one, Chief. Yeah, no blocks. Sure, I'll go to 12. Pretty surprised about that. Yeah, we're just gonna go to combat. Attack all. See what my opponent decides to do. Battle Rage Blessing, huh? Womp womp womp. Okay, next. Damage? No. Okay, we'll just play out a Flowstone Kavu. Pass turn. Looking pretty advantaged here. Hexbane Tortoise not going to do it. Can they even attack? No, they can't. Yep, they just die. Alright, well, we take those. Looks like the red-green deck is actually pretty strong. It's not like we have, like, an especially broken deck or anything. We just play a lot of aggressive creatures on curve and hit our opponents. Match 3, here we come. Maybe we'll take the play this time again. Looks like we do go first, and we have no creatures. I think I'm gonna mull this one. This one looks better, I guess. We'll keep 6 and we'll put this tail swipe on the bottom because it's literally unusable. Play out our tap land, no punishment there. So it's not the worst, I guess, but it's not really what we're looking for. I know we have something. Alright, we just need to draw a 4th land. Looks like it's time to do that game plan again. Aggressive sabotage, huh? Yeah, I think we discard the Jaya's Firenado and Amaria's Outrider. On the mall and my opponent mind rots me. Must be nice. Okay, well, we drew a playable, I guess. We'll kick it. Beat down our opponent for a sizable amount. No land. 31 cards left in deck. We're not playing a 12-lander. Really? Okay. Okay, that's definitely good. Now, do we play out the Defiler here? I guess so. Attack there. Next turn we can play out the Warbrute. If they play a creature to try and block, we might be able to get it with Lightning Strike if we're lucky. Deathbloom Gardener? Okay. 5th land, huh? Oh, we can... Oh, wow. Yeah, we are going to cast this... like that, and we'll deal 1 damage to this. I don't know why they would play a 1/1 into that, but... who am I to disagree? It's just red permanent? Yeah, red permanent spell. Wow, looks like the answer to the Wizard's Riddle. Is that it? Sure. That just leaves them dead. Okay. The correct answer to the Wizard's Riddle is to choke on your card advantage and die. And that's what my opponent did. All those cards in the world, and not a single one of them being cast. They could have had an 80 card hand, and you know what? Didn't matter. Your cards ain't worth a thing if you don't cast them. That's what we're banking on, and honestly, I felt pretty bad about that one. Especially after the Mull to 6 on the play, and then we get Mind Rotted. Definitely the right plan to put back the 5-drop and hope we draw the land. And we just got there. Don't really know what was in my opponent's hand to make them want to play a Deathbloom Gardener that turn. Have to imagine it wasn't good. We do have a great hand here, so we're going to keep it. Got a lot of stuff to do. Yavimaya Steel Crusher followed up by the Iconoclast. Okay. That's fine. Steel Crusher. 4th land as well. Can't kick this just yet. No blocks. A-okay with me, baby. Interesting. Missed a land drop. Not good for them. They do have 2 different land types, so they can kill the Iconoclast. But I don't think there's anything else that punishes us here. So we will just kick and attack. All attack. Oof. Pretty hefty. Definitely puts us ahead in the damage race. And we have Bite Down and Lightning Strike. So what they need to do is, it looks like you don't play Juniper or Root Weaver as just a vanilla 2/2 unless you're extremely desperate for 2s. They missed on land again? That's not very good for them. We just play out a Yavimaya Steel Crusher and Lightning Strike that? Think we do? Okay, it did die. Play this. Go to combat. We have a Bite Down and... okay, yeah, well... once again, your cards ain't worth a thing if you don't cast them. We're kind of banking on that here. And we get there again. That's what, 4 games? That was game 4, right? Kind of lost track, yep. 4 wins. 1 more to go and we are in the positive. Definitely not expecting a 7-0 finish, but it would be pretty cool if we did. Neil Larson, I think no, that's not a name I recognize. We do have a 2. We have a couple 2s. And they're pretty good. I think we keep this off the strength of just having a good curve. If we don't draw 3, obviously we're going to be kind of disappointed, but... like, we only have 1 card in hand we can't cast on 2, so... kind of hard to disagree. Okay, there's a land. Just gonna play out the Steel Crusher... and attack. Pass turn. Tap land, and their own Steel Crusher. Okay. Did we just Lightning Strike it and play a Sprouting Goblin, or did we just Yavi my Iconoclast here? I think we just play this out. Yeah. All attack. They can trade if they like. They will trade, okay. They go to 12. Looking pretty okay so far. Next turn we can kick the Sprouting Goblin, go get a basic mountain, and still have Lightning Strike up. What you got? Removal spell? Sure, I already got the damage in, buddy. A little late. We could also Bog Badger? We'll just play out the Flowstone Kaboom. Well... now we'll do this. Kick it. Go get ourselves a red mana. Put it into play. Pass turn after we attack for 2. See if they play something that I can Lightning Strike down. They are deep in the tank here. Might have been better to do the Kavu because it's guaranteed damage next turn. But I don't think it's going to be too big of a cost, hopefully. Depending on what they do, we might just Lightning Strike their face here. Maria's Outrider, that's fine. It's going to deal me some serious damage. Whole 4 ball? Yeah, we're just going to Lightning Strike your face. Then we're gonna kick a Bog Badger, put you to 3. Go to combat. Attack all. Get in that sweet, sweet damage. Now things are looking pretty tenuous for my opponent. If I ever draw the second Lightning Strike, they're just dead on the spot. They have to play extremely conservatively, don't have time to attack. And even if they fight something, we still have... don't we have at least 1 more haste creature in the deck? Or is it just the Iconoclast? I don't know. Either way, this is not good for them. They have a lot of colors to choose from. But let's see if we can make them choke on their card advantage. There's also the panic factor. Namada. Okay. It's not really good for me, that's for sure. But I think we can just sacrifice a land safely here. Tap this for green. Sacrifice the forest. Draw a land. Okay. 5 mana. We just play out the Flowstone Kavu. I can't really attack this turn. Could have pushed through 2 damage, but like, just not good enough. I think we'll play out the Coalition Warbrute. Highest chance of attacking for big damage next turn. I'm going to attack for 5. Enlist. What is this? Opponent controls exile instead, and they get a 1/1. They can have their 1/1. Attack for 5. What you got? They must necessarily block here, which is good for me. They can't have the -1/-0 combat trick. That doesn't actually do anything. They trade for the creature. That's really good for me. Fine by me. They get a 1/1, but that doesn't block the Coalition Warbrute. That's for goddamn sure. Then we just play out more creatures next turn. They're in some trouble. That's for damn sure. We have to keep pushing the pace. And we still have live draws to just kill them on the spot. Yavimaya Sojourner, keep up 2 mana. Smells like a removal spell. On the Bog Badger? No, it would be that if it was anything. I think we sacrifice a Mountain Elm. Yeah, let's see what we got. Okay. Go to combat. Looks like there's something going on over there. What is it though? Going to enlist the help of the Bog Badger. Yep. There are ways that this goes poorly for me. They did draw the rare after all. Let's see. It's just a bite. Can't really do anything about a bite, so they are going to block. Do they have a pump spell? They do not. That's fine. They get another 1/1. We're just going to play out the Flowstone Kavu, I suppose. Demands a slightly hardier block than the Hexbane Tortoise. They just double block with the 2 tokens and sacrifice for sure. At least this way they actually have to block this. Doesn't have trample after all. Sprouting Goblin definitely putting in the work so far, even though it's drawn us more lands than it has spells. That's alright. Salvaged Mana Worker, not really a card I'm afraid of. Just okay. What you got? Steel Crusher. We can play out both of those this turn if we draw a land. Otherwise, we're not gonna do that. We'll sacrifice a forest. Ooh. I can't cast this card. That was kind of foolish of me, wasn't it? I sacrificed my forest. I did need the red to activate it. There was actually no way for me to get out of that one. So we have 4 mana. We need to spend some of it now. Play out the Magnagoth Sentry, I suppose. No attacks. Our attacks look bad there. They're not actually stabilized. We definitely still have ways to get them. Next turn we're going to cast a Defiler of Instinct, and then that has well, a lot going for it. Because if we draw a land, we can actually cast the Steel Crusher for 1 mana, and immediately ping them for 1, or shoot down a Saproling. They're gonna kill that, that's fine. Oh, they gain life as well. Not really the best. That's okay, they only have 1 card in hand now. They're going to attack. Okay. Oh, we're doing multiple attacks here. It's a bold strategy, my friend. I think we're going to block the Rada. We'll just take 5. Sure. Yeah. We do draw that, so we are going to do the thing. Play this out. Play this out by paying 2 life. Bink one of those tokens. They're going to sacrifice it for a marginal benefit. Or they can sacrifice 2 of them to draw a card. Either one of those is fine with me. Sure. So, we're still live for the Lightning Strike. And now the Flowstone Kavu actually... No, that's not actually that good, never mind. Defiler of Instinct is good, but we don't really have a way to use it more. We just need any red permanent spell. I don't know how much more double red we have. Don't know how many more red permanents we have. Have to imagine it's at least a few. We definitely have at least 1 more Steel Crusher in the deck. We have 3 of those. Already have the Iconoclast out the way. 20 cards left, and one of them is a Lightning Strike. There's also a Heirloom Battle Hymn. So our opponent is in the tank, so something's going down over there. Thinking hard. If this is just a removal spell, well, that would suck for me. They're going to attack. They could sacrifice a Saproling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if they have a way to kill one of my creatures at instant speed, I do just die here. But if we block here, and we block here, and we block here, and we block here, I don't feel like there's way too much that can go wrong. But if we just block with one of them, like the Yavimaya Steel Crusher, I think that gives us the best chance of winning, so we'll just block there. Yep, I get another token. A little unfortunate, but that's okay. We don't have another Bog Badger, sadly. Coalition Warbrute. Okay, well, we're on the cusp of being a little bit too far behind to do anything. Namada's definitely a strong card. They left up green mana, Wooded Ridgeline, Haunted Mire, so they have double green up. Not great. 1 card left in hand. The Namada on board might just be enough to get them there. Okay, we're gonna draw a mountain. We will play it out. We will sacrifice it. They have stuff they're not doing, so... Okay, Maria's Outrider is 3. 4. I think we pay it for the full price. Auto pay. Defiler, we can shoot a token or we can shoot them. I'm just gonna shoot a token. It does make it to where Lightning Strike doesn't actually get there, but that's okay with me. Sure. We're down to a manageable number of creatures on board. They're going to take some damage. What, do they have an essence scatter? A removal spell? Jesus. Okay. Get another token. Yeah, they don't have the best blocks. They do just lose a creature on the block here. They can block there, lose the Coalition Warbrute, trade for my Defiler. I think any route to victory does necessitate attacking. They do have to block. It doesn't feel great, but I think we're going to be attacked by that Coalition Warbrute unless we attack. Okay, that's fine. Gives them one less thing to attack with and to block with. We can block the Coalition Warbrute with the Maria's Outrider, but not the Namada. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I mean, if they have a way to kill my Maria's Outrider, they can just kill me here. But I don't really have a way around that. Like, they have another removal spell, I'm probably dead either way. Sacrifice the Sapperling, sure. Bite. Yep, that's death. Good game, opponent. Yeah, you had everything, good job. Okay, well, sometimes your opponent just has a rare you can't beat. We did have ways to kill it, we just didn't draw them. Nothing we can do about it except go on. Already in another game, maybe we'll take the play this time, that'd be nice. We do. We have a 2. We have a removal spell. It's not ideal, but I don't think mulling is a correct way to undo this situation, because that hand could just be much, much worse. Ooh, perfect. That is an incredible draw. Very happy about that one. Vanquisher's Axe is not really a card that I'm afraid of, and I think we're just going to cast a Sprouting Goblin here. First we're going to go to combat. Attack. Bonk. Go get a land. We'll go get ourselves a Haunted Mire, I suppose. Yeah. It's any land. Very good. Gibbering Barricade, huh? Well, it's a little difficult to get through that, but definitely not impossible. This turn we can just cast a Yavimaya Iconoclast and do the Sprouting Goblin plan, the Enlist. To combat. Attack there, enlist here, go, enlist that, and see if they want to trade their 3 for my 2. Or if they want to take 8 damage. They would love to trade, and I'm okay with that, so cool. We'll play out the Haunted Mire, pass turn, and now we have a lot of stuff going on over here. We're actually not far away from the full value enthralled to the pit. Argivian Cavalier is a little annoying, because it does set up multiple blocks. They don't have anything to do with this, though. Are they going to shot this? Runic Shot? Do they have Runic Shot? Come on. Feels like you do. They are not. Well, I think we start with Mountain. And I think we Tail Swipe. Did we Tail Swipe? Yeah, we'll Tail Swipe here. Then I think we sacrifice a land and draw a card. basic mountain. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go to combat and attack with this. Sure. Pass turn. Put ourselves a little behind on the Enthrall to the Pit plan, but there's definitely still ways that we can kill them with it. Card's very strong. Alrighty, let's see what they've got. If it's just equip this to this, I feel pretty good. Phyrexian Rager's fine. Not ideal for me to see, since it blocks all of my creatures pretty efficiently, but it's far from the worst. Then they're going to equip. We're going to Lightning Strike. Jaya's Firenado, huh? Yeah, I think we do this. I know it sounds crazy to say, but I think we can keep the Coalition Warbrute. I think it... actually, no. We necessarily don't want it, because next turn we're planning to win the game, and if we can get the 7th land, we might be doing the Enthrall to the Pit plan. Alrighty, Griffin Protector, not gonna do it. Alright, we have enough mana to do all the things we want to do. Just gonna steal it. Go to combat, attack all. Dead opponent, and good game. Looks like even a 4 mana Active Treason is still enough in this format. And honestly, so far, I think this consistent red-green has been the best aggro deck I've seen and played. We're at 5 wins, 1 loss, and most of these wins have been pretty far from close. They've been mostly very convincing, very strong, simple. Like, we didn't really even need the Enthrall to the Pit there. It definitely helped, but like, we were pretty close to just winning anyway. Okay, we have a pair of 3s and a 4. We could draw a 2. We have a lot of 2s. I think we keep this. Not a 2. It's okay, we could just draw a Steel Crusher here and be very happy. Splatter Goblin. Iconoclast. Yeah, we'll play it. Just raw dog it for the 3-2. Not really concerned about them blocking. What do they got? No blocks? No thanks. Is this a Gibbering Barricade? Phyrexian Rager. That's a pretty annoying one, to be honest. Yeah, we'll just play out a Phyrexian, or Flowstone Kavu rather. No attacks, end turn. Coalition Warbrute's looking to be pretty good. We can enlist the help of our Yavimaya Iconoclast. No blocks because that's bad for me, just kills my Flowstone Kavu. We're looking to try and attack them. Gibbering Barricade says no thanks. Yeah, I think this turn we just play out the Warbrute. Next turn we can try and do some tricky stuff with the Lightning Strike or the Firenado. They attack with the Splatter Goblin again. It's either an incredible bluff or... oh, cool. Nice. Alrighty, well... okay, so we can't kick the Bog Badger yet. I think what we do is just attack with the Coalition Warbrute and the Flowstone Kavu. See what happens. So if I attack with the Flowstone Kavu, they block with a Phyrexian Warhorse, maybe? If I attack with a Coalition Warbrute, I don't know, I feel like there's no way that this goes terribly bad for me. So we'll attack and enlist here, attack here. We'll enlist the help of this for a 6-4 with trample. Then we'll see what kind of blocks they have lined up. We have a lot of tools at our disposal. Gibbering Barricade. We'll get them some value out of the soldier. We're going to block there. Yeah, that's fine. Do we even bother pumping? I think? Yeah, we'll pump. We'll just kill the Gibbering Barricade, hit them for 6 damage. Oh, whoops. Oops, not really how I wanted to do that. Pretty bad mistake on my part. We'll just play another Flowstone Kavu and accept that we traded ours for a 1-1. Kind of miserable. Now they're ahead on the damage race if they attack us. And they are going to attack us. We're going to block a Phyrexian Rager because I don't think we can just afford to not block. What happens if we don't block? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring us down to 8. Not 8, 9. Yeah, let's try it. They have the uncommon or something? Can't really play around that. If we blocked, it would get us anyway. Okay. Sometime today would be alright with me. Looks like we're on the waiting plan. We'll just give it a pause, I suppose. They did have it. So we're going to take a lot of damage instead. They still have priority. Flowstone Infusion. Good game, I suppose. Yeah, good game. Good job, buddy. Had the 3-card combo there to kill me in 1 hit. Fair enough. Well, there are times when your opponent just has it all. I didn't really have a good way to play around a common and an uncommon and on board, so I didn't really bother trying. Opponent goes first, we have an okay hand, we'll keep it. Play the mountain next turn, play a Yavimaya Steel Crusher. Opponent has a 2 to play, unfortunately. Next turn we're just going to play out the Bog Badger. Iconoclast kicked. Okay. Interesting. I'm not going to block. Not really interested in that plan. We're just gonna play this out and attack. Yep. Do what you will. Natural Tron, I see. What is this, bite? Root Weaver, kicked, make this into a 3-3, sure. We'll block the Root Weaver. We'll play the Steel Crusher. We will tail swipe the Root Weaver. Go to combat. need a land pretty bad here, but it's not like awful if we don't draw one. This, however, is awful. Well, they do reveal a land, so they're gonna get something. Basic mountain, okay. A spell to go along with it? Yep, I guess so. Oh, 1/1? Sure. Yeah, we're just gonna attack with both. Sure. We'll play out a sprouting goblin. We will kick it. Gonna go get our black mana, I suppose. We just go get a mountain. Guess we go get a mountain? Yeah, we'll go get a mountain. Play it, pass turn. So if they get especially frisky with attacks this turn, we have 6 on the ground. Are we blocking the Iconoclast? Oh, they're not even attacking. Oh, yeah, they are, okay. So I don't think there's a combination of cards that kills us here, so we're not gonna block. Let's see what they've got going on. Their own sprouting goblin. Okay. I think we're just going to be attacking with these steel crushers. Maybe keep the goblin back. Ooh, there's a fire NATO. Does that do anything for me? Not really. Probably just playing out the sentry anyway. First we'll go to combat. Attack here. Attack here. See what's going on. They're just going to take it. Play out the creature. There's definitely ways we lose this game. Funnily enough, Enthrall to the Pit would be one of them. It wouldn't just kill us on the spot, but we'd be at 1 life. But then we might just kill them on the backswing. So we'll see what they've got. They're gonna sacrifice something? Sack a land here? Are they trying to figure out how to get through the Magnagoth Sentry? If they have Pump Spell and Bite, that would do it. But that would leave me alive. Argivian Phalanx? Sure. Don't really know what my opponent has here. Ooh, Defiler of Instinct is really good for me. That means we actually are advantaged right now. So we can attack with the Magnagoth Sentry. Trades are advantageous for me. They'll just block there. Looks like the +3/+1, or maybe a Lightning Strike. Play this out. Rawr. And I think we might be sacrificing the land at the end of their turn. Yeah, if they're just gonna sack a creature to keep this thing from hitting them, I feel like we're in a good spot. Tori's a good card, but right now it's going to work for me more than it is them. We are going to sacrifice one of my mountains. Draw a mountain. Play the mountain. And I think this gets them no matter what. It's a lot of damage. We'll try it. Not really interested in thinking. Just do the thing. Yep, that's enough for them to concede. That's 6 wins for us. We're at 6-2. Staring down the barrel of a potential 7-win finish. Or are we 6-1? I don't remember. Yep, we're 6-2. We've officially gotten our gems back for this draft, and almost recouped the losses from the last one. This is the last match, win or lose. Hopefully this is going to be nice. There was an unfilmed draft that I did earlier that had some audio mixing issues. Like, you literally couldn't hear my voice over the volume in the game. That's why the volume of the game is set at like 5% right now, and it's still pretty loud. To me anyway. On the playback. Yeah, we're gonna keep this off the strength of 3 playable 2-drops and a removal spell. Our opponent is way ahead of us in terms of rank, but that's never stopped us before. Okay, no land, but we do have lots of playables. Maybe nothing to play? Nope, they get a picker, that's fine. We attack, for sure. We just play another one out. Now it's to the point where if we draw a 4th land, the Bog Badger has live for the Menace Kicker. So I'm feeling pretty good. Only have 1 more tap land left in the deck, I believe. Let's see what my opponent's got. 4 colors. 3 mana. Is this a fight? Flowstone Infusion? Sure. No blocks. Nothing. Okay. So we have the Tortoise and the Badger and a land here. I think we just attack for 2. Play out a Tortoise. Mr. Tordini right there. No flavor text? It's got a little buddy on his head though. That's cute. Oh wow, that's a pretty good one. Yeah, not really happy about seeing that. We can trade for it. We could 2-for-1 ourselves for it, rather. It's pretty bad for me. How confident am I that they aren't going to be able to cast 2 spells and kill one of my creatures immediately? And just make it a 2-for-1 no matter what I do? Not extremely. And it's not like I can... I actually can't 2-for-1 myself with this, because the 4 power is going to beat whatever I do anyway. So we're just going to play the Coalition Warbrute. And we're going to pass the turn. And try and find a way to kill it, because right now we don't have any. A little unfortunate. Looks to be the mirror match, basically, except they had a removal spell and now they drew their rare and we didn't. If they get frisky, we do have the Bog Badger on the backswing for a hefty chunk of damage. For a total of 8. Put them to their own 8. But I have to imagine they have something to play here. They have 4 cards in hand. Okay, so they are going to attack, and well, I can't block, so I'm not going to. Go to 14. What's the follow-up? Flowstone Kavu, deal 1 damage to me. Okay, dealing damage to me is not dealing damage to my creatures. And that's what I was hoping to not see, so that's good. Now we can play out the Steel Crusher, as well as play the Lightning Strike. And then next turn we can have a pretty good turn up with the other stuff. So here we're going to... Do we right-click attack all? There's no way, right? We're gonna enlist the help of my Yavimaya Steel Crusher and attack with a Hexbane Tortoise. Yeah, that's good. Enlist, attack, enlist, go. We're still attacking for 8 here, but their blocks are slightly worse, and if they try to double block this, I do have the Lightning Strike to blow them out. What would be bad is a triple block, but I can still kill all of their creatures if they do that. Let's see what the opponent wants to do. I think there's definitely ways I can win this race. They're going to go to 6 now. If they take it all. They're just going to take it all? Okay. Well, I think they're counting on the fact that they're going to get a turn with all of their creatures uncontested, and they are not, because we're going to blow up the Flowstone Kavu anyway. Now we have okay blocks on the backswing, and they're at 6 life against a Bog Badger in my hand. I think if we survive this turn, we win the game. If they want to tap their Goblin Picker, that's fine with me. They can deal me a potential 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. Keldon Strike Team. Well, that's not very good. Oof. Okay. Sure. Flowstone Infusion? Are you kidding me? Is this Xaxes? Wow. Well, that's a little unfortunate. We got the 6-3 finish. Wow, exactly the right card and the last card in their hand. Didn't even give me the GGs. Sheesh. Double Flowstone Infusion. Yeah, I think I've only ever passed that card like once. Just gets out of draft so fast. Oh well. Well, sometimes you get got. They had the mana, they had the ping me for 1. But I'm not disappointed with this result. I feel good about this. Anyway, this has been a Robot Rallis draft. If you've enjoyed this content, I encourage you to like, subscribe, and possibly comment on this video. Thank you for tuning in. Please feel free to look at my Dominaria United set review. That should also be up on the channel. I should have some links inside the description or at the end of the video towards some other content from me that you might like. Special thanks to everyone who made this possible. And look on Mondays specifically for my new podcast, Limited State. It is a podcast about the general state of Limited, what I think the current thoughts of the format are, things that I've changed my mind on, things that I haven't changed my mind on, and just general conversations. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Robot Rallis.